A coal miner story. I wake before the rooster crows, before the first thread of light dares cut through the night sky. The darkness outside my window is thick, heavy, but familiar. It wraps around me like an old blanket, one I've carried since I was a boy. For 20 years, I've risen this way. Before the sun, before the world wakes, and before most men even dream of work. I am a coal miner. My daddy was a miner, and his daddy before him. The Appalachian Mountains raised us, fed us, and clothed us, and nearly swallowed us whole. The land gives, but it also takes. I know that better than most. The smell of coal dust clings to my skin, buried in the seams of my clothes, in my hair, even in my dreams. I scrub myself raw every evening, but still, it never leaves. The coal becomes part of you, inside and out. Sometimes, when my chest aches in the night, I wonder how much of me is still flesh and blood, and how much is black dust choking me from the inside. I grab my denim lunch bucket, kiss Sarah softly on the forehead, though she barely stirs, and step out into the cold mountain air. It bites my skin and fills my lungs like knives. My truck rattles to life, and I take the winding road to the mine. I know every curve, every drop, and every patch of gravel that might throw you into the ravine if you ain't careful. Those roads are as much part of me as the mine itself. By the time I arrive, the men are already gathering. Headlamps glow like fireflies in the dark, faint halos bobbing against the black ball of the mountain. We nod greetings, our voices low. Mornings here are never loud. There's a kind of quiet respect, or maybe it's the weight of dread. None of us will speak aloud. Mr. Jenkins, our boss, barks out orders, his voice echoing off the walls of the hollow. He's been at this longer than any of us, but his eyes have that haunted look. He knows the truth, the same as we do. One wrong shift in the earth, one spark too close to the methane pockets, one careless hand, and we'll never see daylight again. We march into the belly of the mine. The mountain swallows us whole. Inside is a world without sky, without time. A labyrinth of narrow tunnels, timber beams creaking under the weight of millions of tons of earth above. You can hear the mountain groan if you listen close enough, like it resents us stealing from its ribs. The air is thick, heavy with dust. The deeper you go, the more it clings, until it feels like breathing through a wet cloth. Machines growl and scream in the dark. The rhythm of picks, shovels, and drills mixes with the coughs of men who have long since stopped expecting clear lungs. Hours pass in a blur of sweat and noise. We work shoulder to shoulder. Men I've known since I was a boy. We move with practiced precision, like parts of the same machine. The coal gives way slowly, black gold filling our carts, destined for towns and cities far beyond these mountains. Folks out here never think of the hands that bled to keep their lights on, but we do. And then it happens. A low rumble shakes the ground beneath my boots. My lamp flickers. We freeze. Every man holding his breath, listening. The mine groans louder, this time. Timber snapping like gunfire in the dark. My heart slams against my ribs. I've heard that sound before. Every miner has. Cave in! Someone shouts. The world collapses. The ceiling crashes down. A roar like thunder in the bowels of the earth. Dust and rock explode around us. I dive, covering my head, lungs burning as the air fills with choking blackness. Men scream in the dark, names shouted, prayers cried out, cut off by the sickening sound of stone meeting flesh. When the dust settles, silence takes its place, heavy, deafening. My ears ring, my throat raw from the dust I've swallowed. I scramble up, my lamp dim, searching the wreckage. Two of my friends lie crushed under fallen rock. Others are coughing, bleeding, trying to claw their way free. I want to run, but there's nowhere to run to. We're trapped. The tunnel behind us has collapsed, sealing us inside the mountain's belly. The air grows thinner by the minute. I can hear men crying softly in the dark, calling for wives, for children, and for God Himself. I think of Sarah, of my little ones at home, of how I promised them I'd always come back. I promise every minor make, but one He has no right to give. Hours pass, or maybe days. It's hard to tell underground. Hope flickers with every creak of the timbers, every rock that shifts. Then, faintly, like the whisper of an angel, we hear it, the sound of digging from the other side. Rescue. When they finally break through, light spills in like salvation itself. We stumble out one by one, ghosts covered in dust and blood. But not all of us make it out. We leave two behind that day. That night, I sit at my kitchen table, Sarah's hand in mine, our children asleep in the next room. She tries to smile, but her eyes are red. Swollen from tears she'd never let the kids see. I want to tell her I'll quit, and I'll never set foot in that cursed mine again. But I don't. Because coal is what we know. It's what feeds us. It's what keeps the lights on. Not just here, but across the country. I carry the weight of those who didn't walk out with me. Their ghosts live in the tunnels, in the black dust that coat my lungs, in the silence between heartbeats when I close my eyes at night. Here in the Appalachian Mountains, coal mining ain't just a job. It's a life, a death, a legacy carved in stone and blood, passed down from father to son, from one broken back to the next. And tomorrow, when the rooster crows and the darkness still lingers, I'll rise again, bucket in hand, boots laced tight, heart heavy, and I'll walk back into the mountain, because it's who I am. It's what we are, and until the coal runs out, or the mountain takes me whole, I'll keep on digging. I hope you enjoy my story. Have a good day, guys.